William Hill, the home of betting.
With the Investec Oaks just over a week away, many connections hoping to be standing here after the big race itself were present at Breakfast with the Stars on Thursday, where all eyes were on anti-post favourite Tagruda.
Yeah, she handled it well. Paul Hanning was very pleased with her on the track, and she came here again. She's only had one run this year, but I was very happy with the way she went. And it was not at work, it was come and see the place and do a nice half speed.
And she's just had the 2 runs today. Any concerns about her lack of experience heading into the class?
Well, it's a fair question, but she's quite professional. For her to pop up and win first time was pretty unexpected from the point of view I thought she'd run 3rd or 4th and come on for the race, but she got the job done. So she's probably a little more professional than her trainer.
She's pretty solid at the head of the market. Who do you see as the ones to beat?
Oh, I think you've seen some very proper live candidates. I mean, obviously Marvellous stands out from Sunday, winning the Irish Guineas. I think Tafasha looked very nice. And I thought the filly won the Height of Fashion. If they supplement her, she looks nice.
As well as Height of Fashion winner Marsh Daisy, British-trained opposition to Tagruda is strong, and 2-time Oaks winning trainer Ed Dunlop worked his hope Amazing Maria under Frankie Dettori.
I was very pleased we bought her. She obviously hasn't run this year for the health of my horses. Frankie was delighted with the way she went, said she loved the conditions. It's pretty soft out there, not surprising the amount of rain we've had. So, no, I think it was very constructive.
And what was it that ruled her out of the Guineas?
My horses have been shut for the yard's been shut for about a month really, and it's only just in the last week or so that we've been pleased with them. It's been predominantly bacterial infections, dirty throats of the horses. What causes it we'll never know, but the horses now seem back in good form.
And how much of a concern is it for you heading into a classic without a prep run for her?
Well, she was going to run first time out in the Guineas, and probably wouldn't be being asked that question then. So, of course, it's not ideal. I'm not going to lie about that, but it's not ideal. But, you know, she's a classy filly. We've been very pleased with her. We know she goes and given the ground. The big doubt is whether she'll stay. I'm pretty confident she'll stay a mile and a quarter, but will she stay further than that? I don't know.
And certainly as a 2-year-old, you always spoke of her in the highest terms. From 2 to 3, has she pleased you? Do you still feel she's a top class horse?
Yeah, she's a big unit, as we call her. She's a very good moving filly. She can quicken, so she's got the right sort of makeup to be a good horse, and she was obviously a pretty good 2-year-old. So, you know, I think she was naturally going to be better at 3, but whether she's good enough to be a classic contender, only time will tell.
And in terms of stamina, how confident can you be she'll see out the mile and a half?
Well, Master Craftsman's is his first crop of 3-year-olds. Kingston Hill, obviously, he's a Master Craftsman colt who's going to run in the Derby, so we're going to find out whether they stay. There's speed on her on the dam side, so you know, on the way she goes at home, we're confident of 10 furlongs, but whether 12 is going to be with her, we don't know. She also runs in the Oaks. She was badly drawn in the Lingfield Oaks Trial, finished 5th, beaten 2 lengths, ran on well. She will love the soft ground, will stay well. They're going to be classier fillies in the race, but her owner breeder inquires, you know, paid the money, very keen to give it a go, and you know, I think she'll run better than her starting price will suggest.
Would she be fairly ground dependent then?
No, not, you know. It'll be doing well to dry out in 8 days' time. They've had massive rain. It was heavy in the last 2 furlongs to this morning, so I think more rain coming. Look, it's going to rain again looking at the skies. So, no, she'll run. Good ground she'll be fine on, but on soft ground she'll cope well with it.
Another likely to appreciate conditions is Musidora Stakes winner Madame Chang, whom connections had been in 2 minds about running in the Classic after her success at York.
We discussed it long and hard afterwards. The fact that it has rained and it is on the soft side here, and she is a very well balanced filly. We've decided, yeah, this is where we're going. Listen, I'll always say she'd be suited by cutting the ground, as long as there's no firm in the description. That's what we'd worry about. You know, I think at this stage of her career anyway, it'd be unfair if we ran her on fast ground. We're certainly not going to get that on next Friday, so I don't see any reason why she shouldn't run.
And she's proved she stays a mile and a quarter, mile and a half. Any concerns about that?
No, not at all. I think she'll stay very well. I think mile and a half will really suit her, and possibly it might suit her more than others. You know, she's got a great attitude. She's a very relaxed filly, and you know, we're very much looking forward to running.
And have you decided on a jockey?
Yeah, William Buick rides. I discussed it with Mr. Icing yesterday, and we both came to the same conclusion. You know, after Kieran was retained by Godolphin, quite rightly so, that William be a very suitable deputy.
And of the opposition, who do you see as the one to beat?
I think all the horses are very much of a muchness. You know, they've all, you know, if the trial winners have won their trials well enough, what they've beat is debatable. Tagruda was probably the most impressive, along with Marvellous. Marvellous only ran 10 days ago. There's ifs, buts and maybes about a lot of the fillies in here.